Buckle up, boys, we're going big. And with that, welcome to another review. I say another review, I mean a new review series. This one is retro reviews. We'll be talking about BD1, a lot today. All of these sets we need to discuss, right? I figured it's time that we take a closer look at all of the things that I acquired over this year, or the course of this year, over all the things that I might need in the future. Some of them I have built, some of them I have not built. These I have all built, and I think it would be criminal if I didn't also do a review on them. So I figured, why don't we go ahead and start a new series called Retro Reviews, and this is the first entry. We'll be talking about small villain vehicles only today, because those are, I hope, all of the small villain vehicles that were released over the course of the promotional period for the Lego Batman movie. We start with this one right here. We don't have any time to lose. There's a lot coming up, lots of minifigs, some extremely detailed, way better than I would have imagined them, so I'm super excited. Let's jump in. This is the Arctic Roller, originally retailed for $29.99 in both dollars and pounds this time, and $34.99 in European freedom coins. I don't know why for this set they decided to increase the euro amount that you were charged, but they did. They also did it for the other smaller vehicle. This one, the Arctic Roller, was designed by Janko Grujic. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Janko, if you're watching, please correct me. As far as I know, he's not really involved with set design anymore. He's more an elements designer now. But this set, I mean, it was really high on my wish list. When I saw that, I was willing to pay like 90 euros for this just alone. I ended up paying 175 for all three of them, and originally they retailed for 120. So I basically paid somebody 55 euros to keep them in stock for me for a while, which I think is okay. I don't have any buyer's remorse, because these sets, some of them, I mean, they're all really good, but some details are peak. They're incredible. 305 pieces in this one. Let's crack it open, shall we? Inside you find two plastic bags, yeah, just two, and interestingly, two instruction manuals. Obviously, there's a sticker sheet. It's not that big, but it is the biggest of the three sets we are going to be talking about today. I should mention that. Yeah, two instruction manuals. I have them right here for two bags. Interesting decision. It's not something they did for all of them. The next one only has one. Yeah, we'll get there when we get there. But before we are looking at it in real life, shout out to Janko Grujic, who designed the set. He also designed this one right here. The construction excavator that's still available right now. It retires at the end of the year. So just a little heads up if you want this, and I think it's really cool. You see, it's full, right? I haven't built this. I don't really have a spot for it right now, but I think it's so good. It's such a cool construction excavator that I wanted it for the future, right? So I bought it just a couple months ago when it was on a good discount, right? 40%-ish, something like that. I realized, okay, let's pull the trigger now. Otherwise, it might be gone by the end of the year. I don't want to get in a situation where I have to again pay somebody more and just to keep it in stock for me for a while at their home, right? So no resellers involved. This is still available. If you want it, get it before December 31st. Come January, it will be gone. So that's the other Janko Grujic set. Interestingly, we'll be looking at another Janko Grujic set in a second, because he designed two of the sets that we'll be discussing today. Let's have another look at the box before we take a closer look at it in real life. This is what the box looks like. Obviously shows you that fitting to the name Arctic Roller, it is a penguin set. The minifigs on the bottom. The backside is really cool. I like the water that they decided to put in the background, right? Like this dog ride. And you see one of the features of this set already. You can open the trunk and get out this little scooter, water scooter, jet ski thing for Penguin to roll around in, or to escape maybe. I think that's what they're doing here. You see Batman throwing a batarang at him. Yeah, more features like the shooters we'll be taking a look at when we talk about it in detail right now. Here it is. This is what it looks like. And again, when I saw it for the first time, I just really like the shaping, right? I just wanted to get this. This element right here was originally designed with the hot air balloon in mind, right? It's several of them form a hot air balloon. There's one in last year's Winter Village set, the post office, yeah, probably. And now it's used as a mud guard on this really elegant looking limousine, if you will. I really liked it immediately. Obviously, there are some stickers. There's two of them are very prominent right here, and the white doesn't really match the white of the bricks, which is unfortunate. The rest of the stickers I'm totally fine with. For example, the High Flyer license plate, right? There's a license plate sticker on here, as well as on the front, and that's detail work which I'm perfectly okay with. There's another sticker up top on the roof right there, the one with the dots, not as visible, which I like. And then you can obviously remove this canopy piece, and there's another sticker for the dashboard in there. And that's the stickers, but the set, just the more I looked at it, when I build it, yeah, somewhat blown away. There's more stickers here. These vents are also stickers right there. But the shaping of the car overall is just fantastic. I mean, have a look at this front. That's amazing. Have a look at the fishes on the side, the grill element, this cover for a spare tire. The tires itself, I think these rims are really expensive now in the aftermarket because there are not that many gold rims like that. There's a couple of guns on the sides, which are cool. And then you can open the trunk and release this little jet ski, which as a play feature, I mean, I don't get a lot of play out of it, right? But it looks like a penguin-ish, right? It's reminiscent of a penguin with the shaping as well as the colors. And I think it works. And I mean, you don't have to display it. You can just pop it back in, right? Awesome. There are stud shooters. Well, not stud shooters. They're the old type of shooters, right? They're down here, the really big ones. Let's give that a try if we can. Maybe shoot the box is probably the safest bet. So we'll be sure that we'll get back our stuff. Holy shit. Every time. Yeah. Okay, so works. Perfect. Isn't that amazing? They're blue, fittingly. They match the penguin. That's cool. Speaking of the penguin, this little hood ornament in the front is fantastic. Obviously reminds you of a penguin, right there. That's really cool. I just love this vehicle. I think it's so cool. I'm sorry, maybe I'm biased, but this is just a good set. This is cool. I would have loved this as a kid. And for 35 euros, yeah, sign me up. Especially when you realize that you get two minifigs, one of them being exclusive to the set. This is the Penguin minifig. And I enjoy it. I like the face, I like the skin color, I like the monocle, this nice fur color, his umbrella, the printing on the torso. Unfortunately, there's no back printing, which I find irritating, given that he does have arm printing. I mean, at least a little bit. But that's just such a cool detail that I don't really get why they didn't print the back, especially since the back is obviously not covered by anything other than, you know, just a small collar bit. And he has the small legs, which, yeah, Lego didn't print on back then, and I think they still do not. But I like this minifig. I think it's cool. So yeah, pretty cool penguin minifig. I'm happy to have that. The Batmen in these sets, there are two of them. They're exactly the same, so we'll take a look at them side by side together here. Yeah, they're very generic Lego Batman movie. Batman, there's not really anything special about them. They do have a dual expression, right? You can turn their heads around and reveal another expression. But again, the minifig is the same. I like both expressions equally well. It is interesting that this minifig does have back printing, even though you'll never see it, right? It's covered by the cape. But here they decided, okay, let's put it on. For the penguin, they decided not to. Don't really understand this decision. But yeah, that's Lego for you sometimes. There you go. We can quickly move on to the Riddler Racer, because we need to talk about this again. Luckily, we don't need to talk about the designer again, because it's been another Janko Grujic set. This one, lower piece count, even though it has the same, or it had the same initial retail price. 254 pieces for, again, $29.99 in both British pounds and US dollars, but $34.99 in euros. I wanted to get this set simply because I wanted to get this element, right? The question mark that's on the end of the Riddler's staff. This is an element that has been retired. It's not being reused right now, even though they could use it in the latest Arkham Asylum, but they decided, let's give him a golden crowbar instead. That's unfortunate, but I mean, this set is packed with minifigs, right? We had 2 minifigures in the last one, and now you suddenly get 5, and the price does not increase. You get a couple fewer pieces, but I mean, you get insane minifigs. The lineup, other than the Batman fig, obviously, there's the Riddler, there's Magpie, there's Calendar Man, and Kite Man. The back of the box shows you them a little more in action, I guess. The Kite Man flying around, some of the play features, which we'll be talking about in a second. So I think we should crack this one open as well. Comes again with 2 bags, but crucially only 1 instruction manual this time. I don't know why. And obviously there's a sticker sheet, but this one only has 2 stickers, and I think that's okay. I think I'm fine with that. Again, 5 minifigs, fantastic. Let's have a closer look at it in real life. I have it over here. This is... yeah, the Riddler Racer. Obviously, it's a really small vehicle. It's a small build. Nonetheless, it's growing on me. I like the color scheme. I like the white that it decided to introduce with the green that is obviously reminiscent of the Riddler. This is one of the stickers right here, right? This question mark tile. I think it's actually, you can move this up, reveal more guns. You can also, move these windows, which are cosplaying as headlights, I guess. And the other sticker element is, right in there behind the steering wheel. So those stickers I am perfectly fine with. I initially wasn't sure why the Riddler would get a race car. That didn't really make sense to me. Obviously, I haven't seen the Batman movie. I'm sure it's explained in there. But it does make a lot of more sense if you take the Arkham Knight video game into consideration, right? One of the most beloved Batman games of all time. And in that, you do race the Riddler in his trials, right? He has this thing where he kidnapped Catwoman, and to get her back, you need to solve some of his riddles and beat him in some of his races. He's not actually racing, he just lets you race, and he puts lots of traps in there. So that's the build for the Riddler Racer. It's growing on me, and it has cool play features as well, or at least one cool play features. You can move this, I should show it to you like that. You can move this up, and it has shooters on here. I, off the top of my head, do not remember how to engage these shooters. So this is going to be fun. I think you just flick them manually like that. They come out, and then you can actually get your thumb in there. You can see that they stick out at the bottom right there next to the exhaust pipes, and then you can actually just flick them by hand. Cool feature. I like that. You move this up so you don't actually hit the car itself. If you were to shoot them like that, obviously they would just end up in the cockpit. But so, like that, you can just shoot them over the car, which is a really cool thing. And it is, again, reminiscent of a Riddler thing, a Riddler invention. And it looks cool. I like this smoked windshield that they have over the engine there. But enough about the build. Even though really cool, I like it. I'm sure I'll get some use out of that, have it drive around my Gotham City if I ever get so far and so lucky to have the space for that. Speaking of, if you enjoy this video and want to support the channel, please consider leaving a subscription, or leaving a like, or leaving a comment. All of these things really help me out. Thank you so much. But let's talk about the minifigs. We talked about the Batman that comes in this set. We're not going to talk about him again. Let's jump into the main event. This is the Riddler. And what a fantastic minifig he is. Look at all of the question marks on his torso, on his head. This combination hat and hair piece is fantastic to me. He has printed arms. He has a printed back. Unfortunately, no printed legs. But this bright green staff topper just makes up for that. I love this element so much. I wish, I was speculating, maybe they would give you 2 of those, right, as a spare, but they only give you 1. That's very unfortunate. And this, yeah, element is just really expensive now on the aftermarket. He does have an alternative face, an alternate expression. We can turn his head around. Then he's very grumpy. I'm not super sold on this head in general. I don't think I like the mask a lot. I don't really see why it needs to be purple. It's not my favorite Riddler head. I'd probably swap them over, maybe find a replacement for that. It is notable though that even though he doesn't have leg printing, he does have a belt printing basically, right? So there is some continuation of the print on the legs, which is nice. But I mean, then they could also have printed the rest of the legs, right? That said, it's my first Riddler. Really glad to have him. I think he's really cool. Moving on, Magpie next. And again, what a fantastic minifig. Look at this printed skirt element. You don't get that every day, even in very expensive sets now. I like her haircut. I like the face. I like that the arms are different color. Her gloves, she comes with dynamite, and obviously this breastplate with the wings on them just looks fantastic. Yeah, reminiscent of a magpie. She also has an alternative face. We can turn her face around, and then she gets really angry. But yeah, really unique facial expression in that there's lots of silver on there as well. There's this red. Very cool. Yeah, she has silver eyeshadow, these red accents on the side. This is a good minifigure. I like her a lot. And again, she has back printing, even though most of her back is covered up by this breastplate. But I am happy to have her. Very good. Moving on, next up is Calendar Man. Obviously, they were never going to do the Arkham games Calendar Man, because that's a very, not PG-13 kind of look. Have a look at this Calendar Man instead. He has a cool calendar cape as well as a calendar collar, right? Dual molded legs and leg printing. What's going on? Crazy. I like the torso. I'm not super sold on the quality of the printing when it comes to the white on the torso, right? I feel like this could have used another coat, but then again, this year we have seen that Lego is starting to do that. The Haunted Mansion is over there. You remember that? They have started to double print, or at least increase the amount of white ink they are putting on darker colors, so it doesn't look that pink anymore. Unfortunately, that was not in the cards for Calendar Man. He has a very unique headpiece, this cap that has a calendar on it. No second expression, unfortunately, but he doesn't really need that. I think he looks cool. Yeah, I can't really get over the dual molded legs and leg printing. Also belt printing again. These minifigs, some of them are fantastic. Peak. Yeah, and I finally have a Calendar Man. This is the only version of Calendar Man in Lego form. So I'm super happy, super stoked to finally have this one. Moving on, finally we have the Kite Man, who comes with his own kite, right? We can open up his visor, maybe check out his angry expression a little more. And obviously we can take the kite off. He is very basic when it comes to printing on torso, arms, legs. There's no leg printing, there's no arm printing. The back is printed, which is something. I mean, the helmet itself also has a print on it. There's a kite on it there as well. I like the kite build. I think this works. He doesn't really stand like that. You need to make sure that you stand him in an orientation where he can balance out the kite, and then he can stand. But I mean, he's meant to be swooshed around, right? And he's just another cool addition. The set didn't even need him, right? And they just threw him in. 5 minifigs in the Riddler racer. That is just fantastic. We need to get the Arctic roller out of the way before we can talk about the final one and the main event, the big one. This is the Joker Notorious Lowrider. A little bigger and a little more expensive. Originally retailed for $49.99 in both US dollars and euros, and $44.99 in British pounds. Don't let me lie, I'll put the correct amount here. This one was not designed by Janko Grujic. This one was designed by a team of designers, and they have worked together before. For example, they made this magnificent, awesome Shadowbox Batcave. If you're interested in a review on that, it's not really that retro yet. It will be eventually, and then maybe we'll have a look at this one as well. But this one was designed by Bianca L as well as Adam Grabowski. We have talked about both of them before, right? Bianca L made this Miles Morales mask. There's a review on that on the channel. I'll link it in the description below. And Adam Grabowski made the Spider-Man vs. Stalker subway train scene, which we've also already taken a look at. If you want that, also link is in the description. Back to this set. I wasn't really looking forward to getting a Joker vehicle in these colors, but as I build it, as I unboxed it, especially if taking a closer look at the minifigs, this is awesome. This is such a cool set. You don't even know. It came with 433 pieces, and when we crack the box open, we find that it comes with 3 plastic bags, as well as 2 instruction booklets, and again a small sticker sheet, but nothing wild. I felt like all of these stickers, and it goes for all of them, maybe not that much for the Arctic Roller. Those are very prominent, some of them, especially because they're white. But the stickers in this set, as well as the Riddler Racer, I was fine with. But you want to see a little bit more about the box, maybe. Comes with 3 minifigs, the Joker, Harley Quinn, and Batgirl. And this is the minifig to look out for. I mean, you can already kind of tell from the box art. Turn it around, see some of the play features, and I'll obviously show you how all of that works in a second. I have it right over there. And here it is. It's a little bigger than the others, but not by a much. But why is it called the Notorious Lowrider here, you ask? And check this. And this. And maybe this. Right? This is cool. It's done, it's very simply done, just by adding a couple of rubber bands at the bottom, and now you can have these cool lowrider-ish movements about the car. I very much enjoyed all of the gold accents, right? Check the hood ornament, right? It's this rooster, which is really cool. I like the horn right here, and all of the golden elements. Those are all gun elements, right? Those look pretty cool. Both sides, obviously. The interior is kind of fancy, right? These zebra stripes on the seats are kind of cool. And then obviously it has a play feature, which we should take a look at as well. You open the back, you open the trunk, and you can already see there are the shooters inside. These are stickers, the license plates, ha ha ha, and Joker. But again, that's fine for me. I don't really have an issue with that. Let's maybe take this box and I need to remember how to shoot them. Well, I do not recall. No, I do. Watch this. Ha! There you go. You just press this plate down in the middle, right? And then it shoots. There you go. Yeah, works as well, works fine, works every time. Fantastic. Let's put them back in here. Oh no, the rooster. Okay, put him back on here. Yeah, but this is a cool vehicle, right? I like, now that I have it in hand, I like the green and purple. It probably looks nothing like the car they used in the Suicide Squad, right? Where Jared Leto played the Joker, but it kind of reminds me of him and of his portrayal, right? It's gaudy, it's over the top. It's something, I mean, only a pimp would ride around in, I feel like. But it's also kind of cool. I do like it. I think there's something about it that that is just cool, yeah. But we should take a look at the minifigs. And as I said, one of them is Peak, and it's Batgirl. Take a closer look at her, right? Maybe you realize immediately when I realized I lost my mind. Because not only does she have dual molded legs, not only does she have leg printing, she also has leg side printing. And I mean, that's almost unheard of, right? For a non-CMF series fig. She looks so cool. She has arm printing as well. The mask is fantastic. The mask is also dual molded, right? To have her hair come out at the back. It's actually an extra, it's not dual molded, it's an extra piece. You can attach that. But it looks so good. The cape, obviously she also has back printing, even though you'll never see that. She has a yellow batarang. Everything about her is absolutely fantastic. And then of course, cherry on top, she has another alternate expression where she's more serious. Fantastic. Well done, Lego. Yeah, this is it. This is exactly what we want. This is exactly the kind of thing that we need to see more of in the DC Batman theme, right? This minifig is fantastic. It's perfect in every way. I wouldn't change a single thing about it. Congratulations, Adam. Congratulations, Bianca. This is so good. Why can't we get more of this? This is such a cool minifig. I like it a lot. And then there are two more we need to talk about. One of them is Harley Quinn, and again, equally good, equally well done. Look at this. Of course, she has two different colored legs. Of course, she has leg printing. Of course, she has leg side printing. What's going on? Arm printing, a different kind of arm printing on both arms. One arm is red, the other is black. A fantastically detailed torso print. Of course, she has back printing. She even has roller skates. She has a bat. And lest we forgot, of course, she has another facial expression. Thing is, I'm glad it's included. I'm glad that she has another expression. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, though. I wouldn't display her like that. I don't know. I don't really think that expression fits Harley. I like the other one way, way better. But this minifig also perfect, fantastic. I wish we could still get stuff like that in the latest Batman stuff. The Arkham Asylum has some decent minifigs, especially the newer ones that have never been done before, like Batwing. But this level of detail, unheard of. And it's just here in a $50 Batman movie set from 2017, I think. Yeah, fantastic. Like her a lot. And then the Joker, the thing is, the way it's done, I appreciate the design. I don't like this Joker's face, right? I would not use him in any of my mocks. I will not use him in any of my displays. I usually switch that over. The hair I'm fine with. It's just the design language of the face is not mine. Neither this face nor obviously he has an alternative face as well. With this very broad grin. I don't like this. It's not mine. The rest of the fig is fantastic though. Again, we have leg printing. Again, we have arm printing on dual molded arms this time. And they're both not identical. They're different prints, right? To match the colors in a card game. He comes with this accessory. And this is where most of the stickers actually go towards, right? And this is, again, something I'm really fine with. It's just this bang sign on his gun, I guess, which he could hold. But yeah, we're well done. 3 minifigs. 2 of them exceptional, 1 of them really good. This set delivers. This is just something that I'm really glad I have now. And I wish we could go back to this level of detail, to this level of design, to this level of design language for the most part, other than the Joker face, obviously. Fantastic. I was blown away when I built each and every one of these little sets by stuff I just wasn't expecting, because it's not present right now, but apparently it used to be possible. And when something used to be possible, I think we can go back towards this level. And I think we are. I think stuff is improving at LEGO right now. I think they are trying to improve the quality of prints on minifigs, for example. We talked about this. I think we're on the right track. Knowing that this is where we came from really makes me more optimistic for the future, to be perfectly honest. So this is all fantastic. If you enjoyed this retro review, right, this look back at what LEGO sets used to be, especially for the LEGO Batman theme, consider subscribing to this channel right down here. Please leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to really support me, you could also go ahead and buy my book, I guess. Link is in the description. I should mention this is in German. If you want more English content, you could consider subscribing to the Patreon. Join that, right? There's some free stuff on there, but very recently I also uploaded the first paid exclusive. You can actually buy that in and of itself, right, is a video where I took a walk through Freiburg and talked a little bit about the future of the channel. But I will not keep you any longer. What do you think of small villain vehicles? What do you think of retro reviews? Tell me down there, and I see you shortly. Bye-bye. Welcome to my ant card. This is just a hangout. Yeah, I'm a crank that shit. Bro, that's so damn loud. It's nothing but a little intermission. Enjoy these soothing bars of utter indecision. Buddy people, you can trust me. It's an ant card. I know all those fire jokes and get you saying hard. It's an ant card. This shit ain't some voodoo, bro. I know you want to stay, but it's time for you to go.